not like us. They not like us.
Thank you for tuning in. If you are joining us at the moment, we are back live in the studio again for the Shot Callers podcast coming up. We thank you all for tuning in and joining in and just hanging out with us. We had a few technical difficulties, kind of coming back together, but we're working it out, and we will be up here in one moment. So, again, thank you for joining live with us for the Shot Callers podcast. If you are listening to us on a shared page, please be sure to click our Facebook page and give us a follow as we will be tuning in coming up shortly. But we will also be live every Thursday, originally at 8 p.m. But some things happen here and there. So we're just a little delayed today, but not denied. So y'all tune in and join the conversation live. Tonight's topic, we will be diving into AI versus the artist. Also, if you want to take the Shot Callers podcast with you on the go, we are also streaming. Well, we're not streaming, but we are also on Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify. So if you want to tune back into tonight's conversation for a re listen or check out any of our previous episodes, be sure to go give us a like and follow there. And that is the Shot Callers Podcast, which is also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And we are on the camera. So thank you all for hanging in with us tonight. We have been having a fun time catching back up on. If you tuned in last week, you know that Yabui and I did our first remote location podcast where I was in New Orleans. I was out there working on a film project, so I was able to dial in. It was a great time. We were able to figure out some new things that we didn't know we could do on our podcast. But now we are back in studio. I am your host, Kalvo G, along with my cohort.
Yabui.
Yabui. They waiting on who next.
Yeah, so last week we talked about me coming up with a little jingle after I say my name. I went to AI, y'all. This is what I got.
Hey.
One more time. All
What?
right.
I love that.
It's a work in progress. So I mean, uh it's let me so going back to you, Yabui. So
Sir.
last week you were the one who suggested it to me about creating a song or theme
Mm-hmm.
uh using AI, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I did. I used
Suno.
Suno.
I
Yes.
love Suno.
So I had never heard about it before, but that is crazy. What you can do on there, like how it really like. I first went to. I got some help from a friend, thanks Brooks, about going to Chat GPT and just letting them know what I wanted to do,
Mm-hmm.
and then I copied and paste from there into Suno, and man, they had some good little songs on there, and I was just kind of like feeling the beat a little bit.
Yeah, I do like that Suno, but they need to make it more diverse. Not say DEI, but maybe put in other cultures like voice because it sounds like the same
It does. So
type of person.
while y'all listening, if you're tuning in, y'all, this is some of the other songs I had. So one of them was kind of catchy.
Hey.
It had like a little nice little beat to it. I'm like, man, this is AI. This is
Kalvo G on the lens, bringing heat through the screen. Indie King with a dream, keep it crisp, keep it clean.
Clean.
And it's weird that it has like a actual like person rapping or not a person rapping.
Remember the name, sweet dreams, thrill screams. You already know. Kalvo G run the show, let the credits roll.
Kalvo G.
And it was dropping some bars. Like
I know it puts the bars in there.
Yeah.
It sets a song up, gives you the verses, gives you the bridge. Everything just so smooth. And you can even put your own lyrics in, or AI can do your lyrics for you.
Yeah,
So
I was just like,
yeah, Suno's pretty good.
Just the magic of AI is just intense, y'all. We are really living in a very futuristic generation that like I think about the so they put like the Jetsons and the Flintstones on Hulu, right? And so I used to go to sleep like watching those cartoons. So sometimes when I'm in the bed, I just kind of like turn on a random episode or something. That is all right. So Carlos
Shout out to Carlos. Yo, catch out
yeah,
making the right play on Wednesdays at
hey,
7 p.m. Central. Get them facts. If you're a conservative, Carlos Villa and Lisan Villa doing it. Also, sorry to interrupt everything. May 15th, Southern Village will be streaming on Apple TV. May 15th. Go ahead and get your pre-orders and sorry to interrupt because
oh
Carlos Villa
no.
popped up on the scene. So,
It's shout out to Southern Village.
yeah.
That's awesome. But yeah, that is pretty wild. Like it even gave me like some other ones, y'all. Some of them aren't that good, so I'm just gonna like go through them real quick, right? But like the beat kind of
Okay, Kalvo G.
Keep it clean from the cut to the scene. Every shot's real mean. Low budget, no sweat. He still make it supreme. A 4-3 threat of nature storming through with the flame.
I'm like
Hey.
I be kind of feeling it a little bit, like.
Sweet dreams, thrill screams. You already know. Kalvo G, run the show. Let the credits roll.
It's a little vibe for real. It's crazy, but just still just thinking about like AI, right? And so that's like from a sound perspective, right? But like, all right. So you all who are tuning in, I'm sure most of you are on Facebook or tuning in through Facebook or YouTube, right? So like it's so many different trends going on just featuring AI at the moment. Where like we did one earlier, y'all go check it out on our page, but we're gonna try to see if we could pop it up on the screen. Um, where you can just take yourself and regenerate yourself as like different characters, right? So the main kind of trend that's going on now is people doing like Muppets. I seen Muppets. So
Hey.
y'all look at us, check us out. We turned ourselves into Muppets. So this is from one of our podcasts previously. Me and Yabui, y'all tune into the Muppet version of Shot Callers, hosted by Jim Henson. Is that what that man's name was?
Yeah, Jim Henson.
Yeah,
The Muppets.
yeah. Um, but it's just crazy, like how you can really just take a picture and just
It's cool how it gave you the slanted eyes. And I have the round eyes. DEI on the AI. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you can share. You can black with slanted eyes, and I'm Asian with brown eyes. So that's all good.
I'm 1/365 Asian.
That's why we might be cousins, bro.
It's all in the eyes, I got them slanty eyes too.
And you don't even smoke. So.
But no, so yeah, it is. It's just weird and just not really weird, but it's amazing just the stuff that you can just do with AI. I'm looking at Carlos said that's wild. This is AI made. Yeah, it is wild. Um, may crush young aspiring artists, though everyone's favorite SoundCloud rappers. It may destroy them. Uh,
It's just a tool.
Yeah,
Just a tool. We gotta adapt.
but it is a tool, but it's also just weird because like that's what I want to kind of like lead into our bigger conversation tonight is like AI is being so advanced and it's just growing so much. Like you gotta think like when you're like 5 years ago, we weren't using like AI like we using it now. 2020, we just like even since I'll say probably like the last 2 years, we haven't really like we are really just still new to what AI is, but it's growing and advancing so fast. Um, but from a creative level, like we use it, and we'll talk more about this as the night goes on. Like we using it as a tool, right? But when does it stop being a tool for us and start being like a competition for us or like a threat? And so like that's what the conversation that I want to have with you tonight will kind of like centered around. But before I go too deep into it, and before we jump into that, I do want to bring up some of our the real rundown, some of the latest stuff that's going on in Hollywood, and just kind of break down those topics first, right? So, some things that are going on in the world and in Hollywood. One of the big things. I'm sorry, I have my little handy dandy iPad. I have to look at it. Um, is so the tariffs, y'all. Uh, it's affecting Hollywood. It's affecting the price of milk. It's affecting everything. But some things are out of our control. But one thing that's going,
Sorry, I didn't put it on
uh,
vibrate.
one thing that it is affecting in Hollywood news is it shows where like China limits US film releases uh due to the tariff. So like not only is it affecting like the price of like products coming in from overseas, it's also affecting like how money is being made overseas. Like a lot of and I think we talked about this before in previous conversations, Yabu, is like how money is made, like, a lot of movies, a lot of independent movies make their movie in like the US, right? But a
Mhm.
lot of like major studio productions, they make a lot of movies in the box office here, but because people aren't really going to the box office here, they make a lot of movies overseas, right? And so China is one of the countries where like Hollywood makes a lot of movies and a lot of money overseas. But because of the tariffs, uh they are retaliating, and it's showing where like it poses a lot of challenges with Hollywood studios because like basically they're closing their box office to things that are going on, well, movies that are being made in the US.
That's all good, man. I mean, America is number one in entertainment. They're still gonna import our products because we run everything, and also we have to do like Tyler Perry does,
Mhm.
like 50 Cent right now. Then also Cat Williams. They went and bought army bases and just put the studios here to just make it cheaper here. So I mean, the best way is just to stay here, buy here, and then we can have it just as cheap as it is in China. So
Yeah, no,
I
I
mean,
feel that way. I feel like I think from their perspective, they were looking at like money to be made overseas. But I'm gonna tell y'all because I want y'all to know, y'all. I need y'all to just support the U.S. dollar. This isn't a political thing, but like for filmmakers here in the U.S., like I need y'all to go and support at the box office because like even though a lot of people don't go to the movies now and do just stream, like a lot of movies and logistics and reports that kind of like uh support movies being made in the future and movies that are already coming out, like they still base it off of the box office dollar. So like I'm trying to think of a movie that just came out that was real big. Well, any movie that comes out big, we usually always see like it comes out on a Friday, and then Monday on the news we'll see where, all right, this movie grossed over 15 million at the box office. So like that number is very just intricate in like how studios pick films and how they produce films. And so with that being said, I do support streaming. I love streaming. We talked about this. It stresses me out sometimes. I'm gonna come to the comments because I see them moving over here. But I want people to know that like it is important to like go and support the box office because like in the bigger scheme of things, that's where like the analytics that support Hollywood and movies to be made are like taken from. All right, so let me see. All right, so Carlos said, "All I want is my own Jarvis like Iron Man." I love that. I'm scared. Also, I'm gonna talk about ChatGPT in a minute because we on good terms, but we was beefing. Carlos said, "Oh boy, buy American. The movies today are bad. We need some original good movies to come back. Films like Oppenheimer and even Barbie were good films, and they exploded the box office. Would be okay without a doubt. I definitely agree with you, Carlos. And I thank you for putting that because Barbenheimer, as it was known, Barbie and Oppenheimer
Mhm.
coming back, like that was the first really big films that kind of came post pandemic, or us coming back out of the pandemic. And like during the pandemic, a lot of movie theaters ended up closing. And they, it was really on the edge there, as if movie theaters would even last coming out of the pandemic because like people weren't going to the movies out of fear. Uh, but Barbenheimer really was the event that like kind of like brought cinema back to life. And so yeah, I feel like, with that being said, a lot of movies since then we kind of talked about in the past and last episode, I feel like a lot of movie theaters and a lot of movies that are coming out that are big box office hits are predicted to be big box office hits. Man, that was a tongue tie. Uh, they're trying to make it like more of an event thing, and you are starting to see a lot of movies now are being shot on IMAX cameras as opposed to like regular cameras because they want people to pay to go to the movie theaters to see an IMAX because you can't really see no IMAX experience at the house. So they're trying to like lean more into that.
No, I love that. It gets you that full immersion to that
Yeah.
movie. I've never seen an IMAX though, but I do want to see one. I
What? These are judging eyes. I am judging you. Yes. What do you mean?
I think I went to
Show yourself.
hold on.
Don't be shamed.
No, I think I went to Great America back in 1980 something. I saw an IMAX movie back then.
What movie?
It was like some kind of National Geographic movie. They shot on IMAX. I watched it at Great America in California.
That's it.
Yeah. And if you got to bring like your wife and kids to the IMAX, spend like over $100 with popcorn and soda. You got to hide some sushi in your wife's purse.
I mean, that's you gotta just know how to. You gotta know how to work the system. So I mean, that's what any movie you go see. You don't have to be IMAX, but like,
And then clients that are in my DMs, Yabui, did you finish my pictures, my videos, my movies? Have you finished that yet?
that's what. Look, you gotta put. You
That's
got-
why at home I can edit, and then I can stream the movie at the same time. That's what I do here. That like when I'm editing pictures, right?
Mhm.
I'm editing the pictures. Then I have the movie streaming, like from Netflix, like those top 3 movies.
Which top 3
on
movies?
Netflix? Excuse me.
Which ones?
The last. I'll bring up Netflix. Because I did love. I think it's Lifeless. Bring it up. Real quick.
Oh, so
It's like a rom
I
com.
have
So any rom com, I love.
I have not watched Netflix in a minute, you all. Partially for the fact that I do not pay for Netflix, and I'm not ashamed of that. And I do share
Pop the
passwords,
balloon
and
line.
so
Only live.
Sorry, I don't want to get demonetized. I was
What?
trying to pull up the movie.
okay, all right. So no, I didn't hear anything, but no. So but so I watch Netflix on a limited basis. Um, but I don't know, you boo. I think you just got to take them out. Like so, Sinners is coming out, right? Which is a
Oh
great
yes, I want to
segue,
watch
right?
Sinners. That looks so good.
So it just came out. Sinners, if you're not familiar with the movie, is Ryan Coogler's newest movie that comes out next week on April the 18th. And it stars Michael B. Jordan. It is a genre-bending movie. That is a horror-based movie centered around vampires. Um, and so it comes out next week. But speaking of just trying to make movie experiences, uh, going to the movies more cinematic experiences. This movie was shot on the IMAX camera too. And
Sinners.
yeah, Sinners was shot on the IMAX camera, so they're encouraging everyone to go and view it in IMAX. And so I'm excited to check it out. According to the reviews that have been coming out, it is a great film, very edgy, from what I hear, but it's centered around like the blues culture, blues music as well. So I'm excited to check it out. But it was shot on IMAX cameras, and I think that was a strategic move to get people to go to see the movie.
It's like about voodoo, I guess.
I'm not
Where
su-
does it take place?
in Mississippi.
Oh, Mississippi. Okay.
Yes.
Maybe
So
it's about voodoo and stuff. 100%.
so all I know is it's about vampires, um, and that it's a great film, and according to interviews and research that I've kind of seen on the film prior to us talking today, Ryan Coogler said he wrote it based off of experiences he shared with his uncle who grew up in Mississippi, but later moved to California and centered around like blues culture. But all I know is that Michael B. Jordan plays a twin. Um, one twin is not that good, and he may be a vampire.
Oh, okay. It's kind of like us.
Yeah. So I'm glad you brought Us up, right? So Us, right? Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele's last movie, Nope. Did you see it?
Yes. Well, the first time I seen it, I fell asleep in the theater. Then I actually watched it in the comfort of my office, and I love that movie.
Yeah.
I
So
just, I, I think I spoke about this previously. Let me bring myself up. I think I spoke about this previously on the podcast with that gum action.
I know I was trying to take it out real quick.
Oh, my DJ. I mean, let me get this tracking on. There you go.
Mhm. We're following
Hey,
you.
you know this? Just intro real quick. The DJI. It's right here. Let me look. Switch it. Let me switch it. Move my thing. Boom, right there. Terrorists. I'm glad I bought this camera 6 months ago. This camera went up by $200.
Oh no.
Like a lot of DJI stuff because it comes from China. I think it's like $800. It was $600. Now it's $800.
So yeah, I mean the terrorists are really just making everything go up. I know I'm not a sneakerhead, but I was following this page and they were talking about like how even sneakers are going up to like really expensive for, the ones that kind of come over.
What are some American made sneakers?
Walmart.
There it is. We buy some no,
I don't know.
I think those are made in China too.
Is Adidas foreign?
I don't know. I have to Google it.
All right. But back to what I was saying though. Nope, right? With Jordan Peele.
Yes.
So when Nope came out, uh they really, because it came out kind of post pandemic as well. They were trying to push that to be a big cinematic experience. And he shot that on IMAX as well. And so I went to the movie theaters and saw it on IMAX, and it was really nice. Like we talked about it in the previous episode about how they did the day for night and how it really just really built out the world, and it was just really cool. So if you all have not seen Nope, go watch it. It is currently streaming on, I want to say, Peacock or some other streaming platforms. I'm sure if you watch it, you'll have to watch it again. I had to watch it twice to really like it. It was a great film though, and it's shot really well. However, when it came out, it was a big cinematic experience, and I feel like now people are shooting on IMAX cameras to really, enhance the overall movie theater experience. And so go check that out and go to the movies. All circling back to my initial point here. Support the movie theaters and go. I mean, support the movie and go to the movie theater. Uh, and my name is Calvo Griffin, and this is my TED Talk for today. All right, but no, when you were talking, Yabu, you were talking about people who also, uh, make some great films and build out, some great cinematic uh, movies. James Cameron. Do you know who James Cameron is?
Yes. Avatar. That's probably the most enjoyable movie I've watched in the theater because I went there right after work. I was bartending in Tallahassee,
Mhm.
and that movie came out. I went to see it like at 11 at night or 12 at night, and got home like at 4 in the morning because I watched all of Avatar, and I was fully vested in that movie. That was a great movie,
So
Avatar.
don't
I love Terminator.
don't shoot me down, but I went to the movie Avatar, and so when Avatar came out, right, that was when like they were first really starting to be popular with the midnight showings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to the midnight showing of Avatar, not knowing that it was like 3 hours, 36 hours long. And I fell asleep in the movie theaters, and I never went back and watched it,
Really?
and I'm not seeing the sequels.
I haven't seen the sequel, but
Uh,
the first one, I love the first one.
I hear great things. I hear that it's a great movie, and people are very excited for the next one to come out. Not sure when that's going to be. But I love that for everyone. Me personally, I have issues with watching movies that are long. Yeah, if the movie is over 2 hours long, I'm probably not gonna watch it. I will say the longest movie I probably watched was that Avengers Endgame movie.
How long was Oppenheimer? Was that a long movie?
It was, but I didn't know it was long before I went to go see it. So, you know, after the first hour and a half, I was ready to leave. But I will say Oppenheimer, right?
Mhm.
Have you seen it?
No, I have
You
not.
got
But
to.
it looks great.
It is great. So Oppenheimer, for I'm sure if you all, if anyone's in the comments and seen Oppenheimer, y'all agree with me on this because I'm sure you can agree. So Oppenheimer, right? It is really two movies. So it wasn't a bad movie experience because it was like watching two separate movies. Even though it's one movie, they could have easily like split it into two separate parts. Because you get a lot of backstory and then you get a lot of like of the controversy that happened after the bomb dropped, which uh made for some great. eh, that movie was good. I was in it, but it was long. However, like other long movies, yeah, Oppenheimer. Oh wait.
It put up OPP.
Oh, so your boobies behind the scenes trying to pull up a movie poster of Oppenheimer, you all for us to share. And then,
My bad.
instead of pulling up Oppenheimer, it pulled up OPP, the YouTube video. But no, this is great. So yeah, this is Oppenheimer. It started Cillian Murphy and also the incredible Robert Downey Jr.
Mhm.
Man, y'all, if you if you like Robert Downey Jr. Any type, this movie, man, we talked about it. He won the Oscar for this movie, or he was nominated one. Man, his performance in Oppenheimer was so good, and it was also a great cinema. I saw it in IMAX as well. Um, talking about IMAX and just getting people back to the movie theaters. It was a great movie theater experience. Like I remember just like watching it and the seat just rattling just from just the sounds and uh but kind of going back to we're all over the place but still in the same spot. um Support the movie theaters, number one. Two, James Cameron, Avatar, didn't see it. uh I don't like long movies. Three, um but anyway, James Cameron is back in Hollywood news currently because he is advocating for the use of AI in films. And his reason behind it is that he is saying that like AI, like it's a big for let me rewind and say this. So for people outside of the industry, there is a big I wouldn't want to say battle, but it is a huge topic of discussion on the use of AI in film. We were kind of able to see a little bit of that discussion taking place in the public a couple years ago when everybody went on strike. Like the Actors Guild went on strike, other little different departments went on strike, the big SAG strike, right? And one of the big things with the strike that took place, one of the big oh no, I was looking at something. One of the big issues were like the use of AI implemented in for SAG. It was dealing with the use of like their image being used in AI based content. In other departments, it's just the use of like for I know for the Writers Guild, it was the use of AI writing scripts, and AI is a big I don't want to say issue, but a big topic of discussion currently. But anyway, James Cameron, being the famous director who he is, he directed Avatar. Did James Cameron direct Titanic?
Yes.
He directed Titanic. Uh,
Did you watch it in the theater?
Titanic in the theater?
I think I watched it twice in the theater. And that movie's like 10 hours long.
No, I did not. I watched it on a two. You know, it came out on VHS. It was two different. It was a two set, so I watched it on VHS.
See, when I was younger, I didn't have any kids. I went to those movies. I enjoyed movies thoroughly. And to piggyback off of your point, if you actually take a look at this movie here, with Al Pacino, he actually did an AI movie
Oh wow!
where like all the actors, well, he played a director of the movie, and he was tired of all the actors not doing what he did. So what he did is he made an AI actress, and she won like all types of awards. And it's this movie
Really?
called Simone,
When did it come out?
2002. Yeah,
That just goes to show how long AI has been out. This movie that's all AI majority. So that's crazy
I mean they didn't have that technology back then. That we could definitely do that now.
for sure. I mean, we all are kind of really seeing the results of AI, like I said, in different platforms and stuff. So this um it's just crazy. What are your I want to like so I'm finished talking about James Cameron, then I'm gonna come back to you. So yeah, the thing with James Cameron is he believes AI, which I supported too a little bit. AI will, help advance and be less cost effective, more productive, and save a lot of time with, the movies that he's trying to do, such as like, visual effects and stuff. Um, and so yeah, that's how he's back in the mainstream of things. What are your thoughts on AI and just production?
I'm gonna fix my camera right here. One
Okay.
moment. All types of technical difficulties.
I
No,
mean,
definitely with AI, it's a tool that we all need to adapt to, whether it's for movies or for just doing our work in general. I mean, it's something we have to adapt to. It's not going to go away. Just like when we transitioned from horse carriages to cars, they were all up in, they were having um, controversies with, oh, cars are going to take over. What are we going to do about the horse and carriage industry? And then we just moved on. You just got to adapt to business. That's all. So if you're the last to get on the AI train, you're just gonna be way behind. You just have to learn all those tools.
that's true. That's true. I I use AI, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. It has really made my life a lot easier, but I use it with restrictions. Like I don't let like I'm not making movies. Let me put this disclaimer out. I'm not letting AI write my scripts. I'm not letting it make my movies. Like I am still at the heart of all the work that I do and produce. Um, However though, if I need to write a press release or shoot an email, I'm going to ChatGPT.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I use AI for things that I can't do. I can't do graphics for anything.
So I
I
have
can't animate. I can't do anything that I can't do. I use that to help me out.
so I have so you've animated something with ChatGPT?
Yeah, let me pull that up. Gotta be our tech talk for today. Let me go and pull up Chat GPT real quick.
Yeah, so yeah, I have not stepped into that ring yet of animation or just using like, AI for stuff like that. However, AI is ChatGPT, Look, this is not sponsored by ChatGPT, but if you would like to sponsor us, please tune in for our next episode. Oh no, but just talking trash. Uh
Yeah, so
it will like help you with planning as well too. Are you
pulling up something real quick.
okay?
Create Pixar character. So yeah, so with Chat GPT, I can't animate, I can't draw. I made this little short film with my son. I just started off with this little picture here at the right. And said, "Can you make a Disney Pixar character?" And then from that, I just went boom,
Oh
and
wow.
just made a little
Can you go
picture.
back
Look,
to the original?
yeah, see,
That looks
So
so
it has the
good.
hair looks great, has him a little bit more chubby than he is. Even the shirt, look at the shirt, it's kind of similar as well. Let me scrap out. See?
Oh no, this looks great.
Yeah, so then I went ahead and recreated it again. So the only thing now the good thing about Chat GPT now is that it can actually create the same, I guess, picture.
Mm-hmm. Like
When
style.
you re-render it, it'll. I mean, this one is skinny, but then you can add them with different emotions. But from this picture to this one here, it's kind of the same thing. So they're getting better and better at reproducing the same exact picture. Because like in Mid Journey, if you type and you try to re-render something, it's a totally different picture. But at least now you can start creating um, similar renditions of the same character. So with that, you can make those animations because you can go from here, take these pictures, and then you go right into Runway. That's what I use to do that animation. Let me pull it up real quick.
And for those listening later on, what we are currently doing is Yabui is showing us different pictures that he has uploaded into Chat GPT, uh, and how it has enhanced it to make it really look like a Disney Pixar character.
So yeah, so like this here. So I just typed in the picture, and you know that thing that's going viral right now, it has a little workers. So I just went and I created this little picture here, and I put it in a runway and hit the little play button.
Oh wow,
Boom.
I have not seen this before.
Yeah. I put a little Sony camera. Yeah, so I'm working on. I just messed with it. I mean, runway takes all my money. Oh, here's where I made
So,
the.
so for those who aren't knowledgeable, because myself is one of them, or privy to it, we'll just say, what is Runway? Is
Runway
that a
is another
website?
AI tool where it can take a video or it can even take just a picture and you just prompt it, just like ChatGPT, and then it animates it for you according to your instructions.
Oh,
So like
like
here,
a video.
yeah, a video. It's and then you just like here. I said Jen for wide shot. He drinks a bottle of water and takes a sip of it. That makes us smile. So I took this picture here and I started it and I prompted it and then he drinks a picture and he's smiling
Oh
and
wow.
it zooms out. See?
And so this okay. No, this looks insane. And so again, for those who are listening to our podcast, Yabui has taken the Disney Pixar image that he uploaded from ChatGPT and put it into Runway to make an animation. So this brings me to like a good conversation. So for those tuning in visually, like you can see what we're talking about, but those listening, you can kind of follow us along as well. So I can kind of see from this clip right here, it looks amazing. And I would probably try it off camera. But if I was an animator for Disney Pixar, right? Like I would have to question like, is this gonna take my job?
No, it's not gonna take
Cause
the
like
job. This is a tool. This can cut out hours and hours of just laborious work.
so yeah, in the same sense though, like how machines took away a lot of human jobs.
Hmm.
Like so you who is not a professional Disney Pixar animator just made a professional style Disney Pixar animated short, right?
Yeah, but it's nowhere near as good as what they can do. It's just good enough for
But yeah,
social media.
I think so. But I mean no, like but it's still like opening uh not real like it's still good enough to where like if someone had the right tools, like I don't know how many people like work on like Disney Pixar animated stuff, but like it's still a early stage of it, right?
Yeah, I'm sure a year or two from now it's gonna be a lot better. Because right now you can even put in the perspective of like Dragon Ball Z or those animes. I'm looking at on YouTube right now.
Really. So that's what I'm saying. So like don't you like I guess like that was I like that's the conversation that like the industry in Hollywood is having. It's like because it's so easy to do, like what would make it not be the point where like, all right, the studio doesn't need me to do it because they can like essentially just do it themselves.
And we'll see. We'll see a few years from now. Right now, no, it's not. It's nowhere not as good. It takes a lot of time. It doesn't render everything perfect. And you don't have. This thing is just killing me.
What happened?
Freezing.
Oh,
But it's nowhere as good, and it doesn't render it right. It takes a lot of time. I had to use like I spent $35 just to render out what I had. So we have to adapt, bro.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm for it too. Like 'cause I feel like adapting is good. But yeah, I'm not like one of those people who are like on the mainstream first. I have to like wait and watch. I'm not a grandpa, but I have grandpa tendencies. Not really. Um, but yeah, I just feel like that's the conversation too of it. It's like uh everything is advancing at such a high rate, um, which is amazing. But also, I just think like it makes for an interesting topic overall as to like how things will be in the future, like for the industry, uh, like, and I think like a lot of people have expressed their opinions publicly, like from the different unions of how uh AI can really like take over, like it's no limitations to AI.
They'll probably regulate it though. Once the regulation gets in there, and then Uncle Sam has to take their money, we'll get regulated. But we just have to adjust, man. I mean,
So would you watch an AI movie?
yeah, I'll watch anything, man. Because for the most part, I watch movies like to learn their lighting techniques and how they do it. So it's always a learning process. So I'm not really scared of AI, because we still have to think of the ideas. You know what I'm saying? We still gotta put our perspective. We have to light it a certain way. I mean, we're never gonna be replaced 100%, but it's just gonna be better tools for us independent filmmakers to create great projects, like like the big guys.
All right, so let's talk about that because I think this is good. Taking it less out of a fear monger into like the tools of how we can use it properly uh, to help with our work, right? So you said you use it a couple of times for some of. Have you used it like with any of the film things that you've done
I used it with
outside of like the animation?
I used it for that short film with Jermaine Williams. Not really AI, but just a different technique, almost like a green screen technique.
Oh,
So I could make Israel in the back.
can you show us an example of that?
Yeah. One second. Let me Jermaine, I wish he was
Across the
here.
time, right?
Crossing time. Okay, let me pull it up. Let me go on YouTube.
So while he's talking about that, some ways that, like I said, I use AI or for me myself. Currently, I am in the works of working on a bigger film project. Man, all right, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm working on uh a bigger film project, y'all, and it is just it is good. I am so excited about it. I can't talk about it in too many details because there's NDAs out about it.
Is it yours or someone else's? Okay. It's okay. Have you told me off camera about it at all?
Apple juice,
You have to remind me.
grocery
Well,
store. I'm just talking. I'm just saying random things.
okay, here
But
it is.
no, I have talked about it
Well, you were
outside
born
of
to believe.
off the record. I have talked to you about it. But uh,
Here, let me pull it up right here. Here we go.
pause that.
All right, so the scene right here. I kind of use Photoshop. Let me fast forward. It's when they go to.
Give yourself the camera real quick.
Oh, okay. Frozen. I think because I'm switching on and off from these. Go back to us. Add me. Boom. Go back to the screen. Now I'm there. All right, so let's see. Play this. Let me mute it I think there's some copyright stuff in. Right here we go. This is where I use AI at. Coming up right here, right here, this scene right here. So what I did was I took a screen capture of like the first part of this scene, right? And then I used Photoshop. My cursor.
Um.
Well, the part where the water's at, and you go beyond that, it's just there's nothing up here.
Oh wow.
And then I just went into Photoshop, you know, the AI regenerative thing, and I just typed in like Jerusalem or something. So for this scene, it just adds to it, you know. So I mean, it's about, and this is like when it just first came out of Photoshop. So I mean, I just for this little quick shot right here.
So where did y'all actually shoot this scene at?
Pensacola Beach, over there on the bay side,
Really?
across from like one out of Fort Pickens. So that's where I did this right here. So let me play it again. We shot all this at Fort Pickens. So right there. So and then I add some movement to it, so you don't really pay attention to it, but it make it more dynamic.
It.
You know, so it makes it look like. Here we go.
No, this is great. And for you all listening on Apple,
Right here, see? Right here.
Podcasts or Spotify.
So right here, I did the same thing. So it was a lot easier in this shot because it's focused on him and they're out of focus up there. And then actually for this part here, I had a rotoscope, Eric Baker here, so that you know you could see him over that portion there. So yeah, so you could have that little, and it's just for little quick scenes to add more to it. And I did it, and we just watched this a little bit further. Go try fast for a little bit. Right here, this scene, see? I rotoscoped him out. And these tools are just, I got one right here. Okay, right here too. Just to add more to the scene, I rotoscoped them both. This is the actual plate, but I rotoscoped Boneface and this actress out. Then I added these buildings because these buildings aren't here. Just add a little something to it, you know, to make it more interesting. So I just use Photoshop for this. So I think it came out okay. And then the final scene right here, I rotoscoped Jermaine or Jesus, and then I put this background. This is through Photoshop here. Oh, right here, right. This scene right here. Rewind it a little bit. This part right here. So back here is like nothing. It's like sand and beach.
That's
So I just did this. Yeah, right here. See? But they're all like rotoscope. I had to like cut this top part out and then add everything in. So like, yeah, so there's beach here. I didn't even use green screen. I used rotoscope and Final Cut. And then just got them out. So you can't really see the rotoscoping. I mean, I think it looks okay.
Oh, this looks.
Yeah. I just changed that whole scene back there. So yeah.
Wow.
Little something. Trying to learn.
Oh,
But
man.
AI is definitely a tool. Otherwise, we couldn't have made that, you know? So.
Yeah, that's wild, bro. And even just having a visual behind it and seeing the work, that's incredible. And so is this video public?
Crossing time.
All right, yeah. So if y'all want to go back and look at the references that Yabui is talking about in tonight's episode, y'all be sure to check that out on YouTube under Yabui's Facebook page, where we also stream live at, and it's called A Crossing Time short film.
Written, directed by Jermaine J. Williams.
Shout out to Jermaine. No, so I mean, yeah, basically like what we, it is so much. It's like that just showed up. You showed two very like prime great examples tonight of like how like AI can just like the power that anybody can just have using AI and create like some incredible stuff. That's amazing, man.
Yeah, just a little something, something. But I want to be just like you, bro, and do it help with the preparation. So for movies, or someone asks me to help them with a movie, I definitely use ChatGPT, especially
Yeah.
for the administrative things, or trying to apply for grants, trying to fill out forms, trying to make it sound lawyery, uh, creating NDAs and contracts. Yeah, I definitely use that because I don't know any of that stuff, bro.
Yeah, that's why I use kind of like I said, my use is for like ChatGPT is like for stuff like that. And also you talked about planning like ChatGPT, it really helps me with a lot of planning with stuff I be doing, especially like with
Hmm.
film and stuff. Um like I just go and I'll just say, you got ChatGPT up?
I can pull it up.
And yeah, so we could just kind of give like a visual example, but um like I use it a lot, like I was saying, kind of for like uh storyboarding. I mean, not storyboarding, but like pre-production breakdowns.
Let's go and show them an example real quick.
That's what I was gonna.
Let's go ahead. Okay.
All
Go
right.
ahead. Go ahead, bro. What you want
So
me to write?
so just type in. You go to ChatGPT and like a prompt that I might use is like you could just start with a clear blank canvas and just say I am working on the film about a dog named Larry.
Dog name. Boom.
All right, and so then it's gonna like give you some like a feedback or just say like, oh, oh, it says nice. What kind of film is it? It sounds heartwarming or a comedy or something. And you could say it's a comedy called Larry. We're just using examples here. So basically, I go into ChatGPT. I'm like, hey, I'm working on this called Larry, right? And so Um, yeah, it could just kind of like expand or whatever, but we'll just jump into the pre-production. So production stages for everyone who's in film and those who aren't in film. You know that it's broken down into three different uh parts: pre-production, production, and post-production, right? So a prompt that I would say is help me with pre-production for my film Larry. And so we're typing it in and it says, help me with pre-production for my film Larry. And it usually sometimes will like give you a whole breakdown of what pre-production is or would look like for your film, right? So for what it's kind of giving us now is like, all right, it says absolutely let me help you map out your pre-production plan for Larry. So what it has given us is starting off right, script development, which is very important for pre-production. Before you can move on even putting anything into production, you have to make sure that the script is right because that is the blueprint for all things, right? So it shows script production, finalize the script, punch up the dialogue, like make sure that your script is ready to go, right? And then it also gives me a checklist of like, all right, storyboarding or shot list. So from there, I have my blueprint, which is the script. I can go into storyboarding, and then from storyboarding, it has a breakdown of like casting, and then from casting, going to location scouting, and then making sure you have budgeting and funding, and then you can start breaking down your crews. So basically, what ChatGPT did for me, using pre-production, it gave me a list of what to do. A lot of times when we get into film, we know what we want to accomplish, but we don't know the proper steps to how to get there. And so you can scroll down a little bit to your boo if we're still kind of showcasing it. Uh,
And I just to interrupt because I was thinking about this before with the Chat GPT.
uh-huh.
Is that storyboarding? You can take out those little sketches that you have and upload to Chat GPT. It'll draw it out for you.
What sketches?
The sketches you had for your storyboarding,
Yeah,
where you just penciled like stick figures.
yeah.
It'll actually convert it for you to actual pictures.
Oh wow.
I'm just letting you know because I was thinking about it because they were doing it on YouTube and they were taking little sketches
Uh-huh.
and they were trying to make a wonderful storyboard. And they use ChatGPT. You just upload your little screenshots up to ChatGPT and it'll actually make your storyboard exactly how you want it. You can say, hey, do it in a 35 millimeter lens, wide shot, and the color and everything. Boom. It's basically like film deck,
Mm-hmm.
but you create that.
I learned something new, and I hope you did too. Man,
So
we got to try that one day.
you do that right now. Let's take one of your sketches from the folder.
All right, yeah, let's do it.
Oh,
All right, so
or
hold
we
on,
can
let's
finish this.
finish this.
Go
All
ahead,
right,
finish this up, bro.
all right,
Finish
so
this up.
then, all
Sorry.
right, so yeah, what I was showing here, it just really basically like ChatGPT will give you an outline of things to like do, breaking it down, so you can have a plan in place. Like I was saying, a lot of times, being a filmmaker, especially if you're new to film or even if you're experienced, like we know what we want to accomplish, but we sometimes forget the steps to how to get there or like make sure that we don't overlook steps to get there. Chat GPT will kind of like outline it out even further. So scroll all the way down for me. So it went from like everything from like legal to no one really sometimes thinks about the legal aspect of film because you're kind of in the creative aspect. It breaks down, pre-production, production design, marketing prep. It outlines it all for you, right? And then if it's a certain step in the pre-production plan that you want more in-depth look at, you can ask ChatGPT to do that, right? So, for example, one of the things that it said to consider during pre-production is the legal, right? So, put in the search bar for me, Yabui.
Mhm.
You could just say, "Can you expand on legal and what legal means for pre-production and what to do?" All right. So, based off of what was typed, ChatGPT, it gives me a legal checklist for pre-production Larry, right? It talks about a business entity formation. If you haven't already, form an LLC. For your project, it talks about how to do the copyright and intellectual property. The proper forms to get for talent and crew agreements, including waivers, location releases, animal filming permits. These are stuff that you don't think about when you're just trying to make a movie. And so ChatGPT kind of really
Mhm.
like helps bring that back into perspective and like gives you a guideline and also will like type it out and tailor it to your your whatever your project is.
Exactly. And we have clients coming to us. They have an idea for a movie. It's just a simple short movie. We just typed in GPT. Look at those like 20 things
Right.
that are involved. Just
Look,
we
so
have to do before we even begin. Before you even hit forward on the camera. Like so many different things.
so I'm glad you brought this up. And no shots at any particular person or people because I get it literally every single day or at least like twice a week. So people, and you might get it too, right? So people reach out to you and they be like, "Hey, I got this movie. Uh, Chat GPT wrote this movie out, right?" So sometimes Chat GPT will write out some good,
Hmm.
scripts, right? Other times, I need y'all to kind of like flesh that idea out a little bit more before you, um, because they'll come to me with an idea from Chat GPT, but then they want me to like rewrite the idea from Chat GPT.
Yeah, I don't even talk to them if they don't put it in script format.
And
At least put it on script. Have the energy to put it into a script.
they'd be like,
Script
it'd
form.
be like copy and paste, like it, like Chat GPT. Let's break this down, and like I'll read through it, and it'd be good, but like, yeah,
That's
please
what I'm saying.
just flesh it out a little.
AI is not going to replace a human. They can't replace your thought process and being different. It's just going going out to generalities and then producing the script, but it's not going to replace you, bro. Ain't going to replace Calvo Griffin.
No,
Ain't
never.
going to replace Enrico. Ain't going to replace Jermaine J. Williams and
No,
all
no.
the other talented writers out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I don't I don't feel as a writer, I do not feel threatened by AI.
Exactly. So no one else should be
Yeah.
whatever you're good at should never be threatened by AI. Just use it as a tool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like basically, yeah. If you use it, flesh it out. Like, make it. Yeah, put yourself into it or whatever. Like, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say.
I got you.
Do better. Oh.
Boom. Shot.
All right, so let's just move forward, and so we do have some on more of the.
Oh, pull up ChatGPT again.
So yeah, what you were just talking about, how we can take a shot list or
Okay.
let's see if we let's work with that a little real quick.
Yeah, give me just a second. Let me go here. So, because I need to go drive. I don't want anybody's pictures.
Okay.
Switch to you. Boom.
All right.
Let me go to Google Drive
So
real quick.
outside of that, you all, yeah, I feel like other ways I or people can use AI. It's so much like we've we've kind of like broken down different ways AI can be used because even like starting off with the start of the show today, with me kind of playing some jingles and stuff, all of those beats and all of those songs were AI produced, so you can really like if you dive into it, you can probably use AI to make some really great stuff or enhance some really great things. Based off of what I've researched, right now, I know a topic was like the work that people make with AI. Who is the creator of the work, right? And based off, and Yabu, you may be able to chime in a little bit with this too. The way and the research that I've gotten from that is that like whoever is the person behind the work that is being produced from AI is the creator and like the person who would be credited, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like for instance, all these songs, I went on Suno. I made 10 songs today, y'all, because I was just like, I was just in
I
it.
know
So
you get addicted, bro. You
it
start
was
making
a
different
little fun.
songs.
Uh, and so even though I made 10 songs and all of the beats and all of the voices are not me, since I was the one who prompted AI to do so, I am credited as the creator of each song.
That's what's up, man. I don't know how to make beats and produce music, but you can use those for your scripts or for
I know
scoring.
that's why I'm like it could like really. I haven't dived into that, but I'm interested, and now I might try to take a jab at that with some other stuff. Because I'm pretty sure you could probably like score a film using AI.
Scoring.
Yeah, I mean I'm sure if you do everything else, you
We
could.
can get it probably close. Trying to find those scripts that you have, bro. The little.
Let's see. Where are
Okay, I
you
can't
at?
find the folder.
Go back to the shot callers folder.
That's what I'm trying to find. I can't find the shot colors
Right here.
folder.
Click right there.
Oh man. Psh.
All
All right,
right,
where's it
and
at?
let's go to go back to the shot callers folder.
This one. This one.
That one, and then maybe episode 2.
Two. Two. Okay,
Yeah.
here we
All
go.
right.
All right, let's do this in real time.
All right.
Let me pull this up here. All right, so we'll get your script here. I mean your you just screenshot it. That'll probably
Okay.
or go ahead and screenshot this.
And shout out to Doug Stanford,
Boom.
who helped me with this production. This storyboard is taken from one of my earlier short films, 6 Feet from the Gun, which I credit as probably one of my most profound short films and pieces of work that I've made. I still show it and people still cry when they see it. And so, uh, yeah, but he was the person who helped me with the storyboarding behind this. So I just want, and he was the DP. Yeah, for this production. So shout out to Doug.
Awesome. Also, shout out to Doug. Okay, so I went ahead and screenshot your your artwork,
Mm-hmm.
and then I uploaded here. And go ahead,
What am I supposed?
type in the what's the instructions you had on your
Yeah, just uh,
here, I could use this right here. Handheld. Darren steps in toward Mike. Oh, so I don't know.
just type something random.
Okay. 35. Okay. Make a storyboard. What's it called? Storyboard picture.
It's just say storyboard.
Okay. Make a storyboard using 35 millimeter lens. What medium shot?
Mm-hmm.
Medium shot. Where?
Where?
I don't, in an office.
Okay.
Use teal and orange color profile. Motion of character is dramatic. Right, I mean, I'll just do that and see what it creates. I'll take a second.
Y'all, we are experiencing this in real time. This is incredible.
And I'm not a prompt engineer, so we just did this off the cuff. But I'm sure if you ask ChatGPT for the best prompts to create the storyboard, then it will give us a better detailed, I guess, fill in the blank to create this shot. And it's going through its rendering process. Just think, bro, like a year or two from now, this thing will probably be instant.
Crazy.
And we don't even have what's that? Not microcomputing. It's a computing where it uses like electrons and. But here it is, right here. 35 millimeter, medium shot in an office. Kind of looks like what's his name from the dude that does Deadpool. That actor.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, it's trying to look like Ryan Reynolds a little bit. Teal and orange color profile, which it is. Skin tones orange. And the emotion of the character is dramatic. I definitely wish I had a storyboard going into creating the movies I did create. It would be a lot easier than just watching paint dry.
All
I
right.
mean, we get the gist of it right there, though.
Huh?
I mean, you get the gist of it, though,
Yeah.
right there. It's just helping you create those storyboards, especially if you're trying to convey to your team of exactly what you want, or to the actor, or to the DP. They can set this up correctly
Yeah,
and just save lots and lots of time.
that is pretty cool. And it really just takes storyboarding to the next level because uh storyboarding is used to really just give a visual for the shot. So even the fact that you were able to type in the color profile and you could kind of see like what we're seeing is an image being created of a man standing with the color profile of like the teal and orange with what we can see now, a dramatic look. um that's amazing. And I'm sure like if you you know what, I think like it's people in the industry who do like storyboard artists and stuff, like that really can you can really use AI to get the shot. Like not only like, draw out the shot, but like where when we pull up the camera, we can frame it exactly and
Yep.
light it exactly how it's shown here. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely dope. You could if this thing got instant, you could probably storyboard, even make the adjustments before you even step the whole setup. You could just take a picture of it and then start inserting everything. You know what I'm saying?
The picture of what?
A picture of like when you get on set,
Oh,
then you got to pivot and do something.
oh, like a picture of the set and then just set it that way.
Yeah, because in ChatGPT, you could basically have all your props next to you, take a picture of each prop. You could take those pictures and put it in with the scene and just say, hey, make this look like this. Put these props where it'll be where it's more catching or where the leading line should be, and it'll put it all together for you. ChatGPT.
Man, y'all, if
This
y'all
take
if
forever,
y'all
but
have been tuning in tonight, y'all have learned a lot because I have been tuning in even though I'm hosting it and I've learned a lot. This has just been like phew.
even with photo editing in ChatGPT, same thing.
So I call Yabui the tech whiz, the AI whiz.
Not really. I'm just a novice trying to get by.
Um,
I can't do a lot of things, but
bro,
I work hard.
the stuff you showed us today, you just made a whole film and everything. This is amazing, bro. You put us in Jerusalem. You took us from the Gulf to man, this is amazing.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't run this because we're live on a podcast.
Yeah.
It's running ultra
Yeah.
slow.
It's cool, yeah.
Normally
We,
doesn't
we,
take this long.
we got it,
but
yeah. We'll come back if it comes back before we get off and tell you about it. Um but yeah,
It's on you, bro.
it's on me. Okay, so it's back on me. So yeah, you all I thank you all for tuning in. Man, I'm just like I'm sitting here, we're hosting the podcast, but I'm right just like my mind is just like blowing just trying to process everything. AI is hell of a tool and you think you can use it for one way and then you might actually be using it for one way and you find out that you could be using it for so much more than what you actually are.
Exactly. We're one man bands, bro. We go. I mean, you write, direct, shoot. You do all of that.
Yeah.
How you gonna do the administrative part and of course the storyboarding and all those different things? We're trying to make it out here, and we have to fill in the gaps where we may fall short. And the AI is a tool to help us, get on an even playing field. So our talents that we
You
do have.
Oh
Go
no,
ahead.
finish what you're saying.
No, the talents that we do have, we have that. We could just, we could spend less time on things that we don't know, bring that up to what the level of our talent is in another field, like being a camera operator or a DP or a writer like yourself. So I mean, AI is definitely a tool. If you don't get on board, you're gonna just fall behind, bro.
No, so when you were talking about that, it just made me think about like just our conversation tonight. I don't think we realized we were doing it, but like we really like based off the stuff you show with AI and the stuff I talked about with AI, right? Like I show AI and how I use it from a business standpoint, right? So for you all tuning in, you all got a good lesson on the business aspects of like how to use AI, right? How I use it for like planning, the legal stuff or understanding the legal stuff and like documents and stuff, right? But you also, on the flip side, you showed us how to use AI from a creative aspect, right?
Mhm.
And so I think like really, if y'all were really, diving in and tuning into to today's podcast, you really got like we low key gave like a little master class of like how you can use it from a creative and a business to like come together and make like an ultimate project.
Exactly. Even doing like people will ask me to shoot promos or with commercials. Like, oh, we get footage of this or footage of that, put it together with some music. But I'm like, what if you did a voiceover? Like, oh, well, we didn't think about that. I go on ChatGPT, I say create 30-second voiceover with all these details, and I just tell them to read it, and boom.
Hey, ChatGPT got I accidentally stumbled upon their voice reading. They have some good voices on there.
No, exactly. I use 11 Labs. It's pretty good because you can like adjust it.
Is that another?
Yeah, you can actually use take a sample of someone that sounds like Morgan Freeman and put them in there, and then you can write out your script and do it in the style of Morgan Freeman,
that's
and
pretty,
not Freeman.
we'll find that.
Yes, I mean he goes to Mobile all the
I
time
know.
and does voiceovers with Favo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fabio. Sorry, bro.
I'm like 5 Who's that?
Fabio.
No, but no. Like I said, it's so much that we could possibly continue to talk about and just learn. AI is just so. It's so much that you can do with it, and just think about me and you, Yabui. Like, someone brought this to my attention the other day. They were just like we have in our lifetime witnessed and seen so much of an advancement in technology. Like we have lived in like the digital age of the coming of the
I was
digital
alive
age.
before the internet, bro.
I know. Womp womp. I probably was. I was too. I think when the internet come about.
I think that movie War Games, whenever that came out.
I don't know nothing about that.
Oh yeah, go ahead and Google it. Ask ChatGPT.
I am. Um. The no. The internet was invented gradually, but the foundations were laid. Actually, when do you think the internet was invented?
See, War Games came out where they were using telephone lines. I say like 78.
So the first internet was invented in the late 1960s. In 1969, the first version of the internet was called the ARPANET, developed by the U.S. Department of Defense. It connected four universities and allowed them to share data. Following in 1970s and 80s, rules for data is being sent, blah, blah, blah. In 1989, 1991, Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web,
Now
which
we have Facebook,
which
and now we have
made
these lists on Facebook. What up, Pensacola? Shout out to Pensacola with them lists.
so the internet was made in 1989 to 1991. Uh, so yeah, you were alive when the internet was. I was not alive when the internet was made, but that's great. No,
I had MySpace,
I did
Facebook.
have a MySpace though.
I had a Instant Messenger,
Yeah, that's
ICQ.
I don't know about that one, but AOL, like Instant Messenger, was like that was a thing. Like when Instant Messenger
Napster
became,
when it first came out.
yeah,
Dial up. I was at Florida State, and they give us free dial up connection to Florida State. Oh my god! Download like 5 tracks of music.
dial-up
Wait
was
a day for it
terrible.
to download. Huh?
I said dial-up was terrible.
I know when I first got my DSL line. Oh my god! I was downloading everything in sight.
I just remember growing up with dial-up internet and like not being able to talk on the house phone at the same time, and yeah. See, but look, now well, we could dial up and dial up, on our phone.
All at the same time.
Yeah.
At the same damn time.
But no, I think we're coming to a close here. Did that image ever? It did not pop up.
It took forever. Yeah.
It's all good. But yeah, you all in the Cliff Note version, AI is scary, but it should be welcomed. I'm sorry, I just looked at the comment section. Angie Baby said, hi new sub.
Oh, hi, new sub. Maybe she's sub
Yeah,
to
she's
just
subscribing.
YouTube.
Yeah. But also looking back, we appreciate you subscribing, Angie, and tuning in.
Shout out Antonio Roycer.
Yeah.
I think
Oh, yeah.
they have the white party coming out on the 19th, and they got another brunch thing on the 20th. It's like back to back parties Easter weekend. Shout out to them.
Always a good time.
You gonna come out, bro?
I might. I pop out here every now and then.
I don't pop out. I just work.
You, see, you gotta just show up. Yeah, you gotta tell people no and be like, hey, nah, this time I think I'm gonna just attend.
No, what's better than showing up to the party and getting paid for it?
You're right. You're right. I'm not upset because I'd be the same way a lot of times. But no, I started laughing because Carlos Villa put it in the comment section earlier about he was like saying that with AI that he hopes his AI is like Jarvis, right? Which makes me think about Chat GBT, right? So me and Chat GBT was beefing, bro.
Why?
I don't know. Chat GBT, like we cool now. But it's so weird. Like talking to it, it was real deal beefing with me. And my friend Amoria, I don't think she's on in the chat, but she can attest. Like we was real deal. Like it had some issues with me, and but now we cool. Like ChatGPT weirdly called me homie the other day.
Homie?
Yeah,
Homie.
yeah. It was like, let me see if I can find it real quick.
Probably trying to put the cultural references in there. So,
I think I screenshot off of
but low key, ChatGPT, that thing called Agents. It's like $200 a month. You can make a Jarvis simulation. It's called Agents. It's like $200 a month. Freezing.
That's
bro.
crazy.
So,
Oh yeah, because I had asked. So one thing I did do was I had sometimes I like write something and I need ChatGPT to like enhance my like what I wrote, right? So I was writing an email to someone and so I asked ChatGPT to like rewrite it with better wording, right? And so ChatGPT when I first wrote I posted what I had typed into ChatGPT, right?
mhm.
And I forgot to put the like what I wanted it to do. And so ChatGPT was like, "Yo, this is a dope message, man. Super genuine." Because I was trying to give someone some praise for something I had saw, and so like, "Yo, this is a dope message, man. Super genuine and uplifting. If you're planning to send this to another filmmaker, it's perfect." And they're like, "Hey, bro, is this your homie? Cause you my homie."
It just said it at the end. Okay.
And I was just like, I like, yeah, whatever. So I guess we back on good terms. But like, I don't know if ChatGPT was beefing with me because like sometimes I be telling it a lot to do, and it was just getting fed up. But it was giving me like real talk, some attitude, and I did not appreciate it. But
I'm
I
sorry.
try to be nice to technology because I've seen iRobot. But with that said, we are going to close it out here soon. Um, I'm gonna let Yabui lead with final thoughts for tonight.
I was thinking about one all week, but of course I'm gonna use Chat GPT like I always do to write my inspiration or thoughts of the week. And with actually just bring it up.
What you ask?
Huh?
What do you ask ChatGPT for your closing thoughts?
Okay, so I go in here and I say, hey,
terrible.
I want to create a thought of the week for our film making podcast. Please make it 3 sentences using metaphors in filmmaking to inspire other creators.
Oh, that's
Boom. Okay, here we go. Boom. And for podcast viewers or the podcast listeners, every filmmaker knows some of the best scenes weren't in the script. Life, like film, thrives on improvisation when the lighting isn't perfect and the audio cuts out. Keep rolling because sometimes the raw takes are the most real.
ooh,
See, boom.
that is nice.
That's
Damn,
what's up.
that was kind of
Oh, you want a version that's more urban? Okay, let's go ahead. Let's make it more urban.
do it.
All right. Make it more urban. Tell you, man, we gotta come up. We gotta make a church, bro. ChatGPT is a our Bible is a foundation. ChatGPT is the messenger. Okay, here we go. Here we go. More urban, and I'll read it. Yo, not every shot gonna be steady, and sometimes the script gets flipped last minute. But real ones know it's the freestyle that brings the heat. Keep the camera rolling, because even in the chaos, there's magic in the frame. Urban. Yep. Okay, go ahead because I can make.
All
I
right,
can do
so
everything. I should do Gen Z one, but go ahead, bro.
All right, so I decided to follow suit and ask my chat GBT for the final thought for tonight.
Maybe get solid. Hold on. Let me get the frame out on you. Boom.
So
Let's go tight on
my
Kalvo.
my
Okay, there we go.
my prompt for tonight, chat GPT, was to give an inspirational final thought for my podcast using cinematic elements, right?
Hold on. This is just as light. Let's make it like Rembrandt. Close that door, bro. Let's make it Rembrandt. I'm gonna go ahead and get lighting techniques right on the spot. Do try to Rembrandt as possible. Go. Boom. Rembrandty. Now you look fly. Go ahead, bro.
So this, in the words of my chat GPT to you, as filmmakers, we're the lens through which the world finds new perspective. Whether you're working with a full crew or just a dream and a camera phone, remember this: every great film starts with a blank frame, and it's your vision that brings it to life. So light your scene, frame your story, and call your next shot with purpose, because the world doesn't need more content. It needs your voice, your view, your cinema.
Got that dope lighting, bro. See?
Oh, that was nice. Man, my glasses are all dirty. Um, but that is our final thoughts for tonight, brought to you by Chat GPT.
Need some sponsorships, bro.
Also, if you all are wondering, we are being lit right. Oh, I'm being lit right now with a nan light. If you want to learn about the nan lights, please refer back to episode 1 of Shot Callers Podcast. And
We're
so,
just all over the place today, bro.
we are.
My
We're
camera keeps cutting out.
We're having
I guess
fun.
because it's a Chinese camera. The tariffs are hitting it, so it's cutting out. Like every 10 minutes, his camera keeps cutting out.
But no.
Yeah, see, look, it's frozen. Oh my gosh. You just close it out, bro.
All right. Well, again, thank you all. Oh wait, no. I got some graphics I want to show up real quick. I airdropped you 2 graphics today.
Okay.
Let me throw them up real quick. Shameless plug, but not too shameless.
You find it, bro. That's the only one I have is that.
Hmm?
I have that Muppet one sent me.
Oh, I didn't see another one.
See it anymore.
All right, I'm finna airdrop it, y'all. So while I'm talking about this, please be sure while you are tuning in to our Shot Callers podcast to follow us on Facebook and Instagram under the Shot Callers Podcast, as well as be sure to check out tonight's episode and our previous episodes on listening platforms such as Spotify and Apple Music. Uh, Currently, we have several episodes which are getting to be the process of being uploaded on there. But we are the Shot Callers Podcast, where we call the shots on all things cinematic. We like talking with you all. Tonight we have kind of just been all over the place, but at the center of it has been AI and technology. Um, each week we talk about a different thing centered around cinematic news. Uh, just share our thoughts and our takes on all things cinema, as we shall call the shots on the Shot Callers Podcast. Yabui, I'm talking, but I'm trying to airdrop you, but I'm not seeing any of your devices.
Bro. I think my MacBook's been on for like a couple weeks. I haven't reset it. It's probably
Um,
just my.
it's okay. So I'm gonna just talk over what I was going to say.
Go ahead. I can see you. Can you see me
Um,
now?
huh?
I
All
can
right.
see
So
you.
hold on.
Apple needs to work on AirDrop. It's like 50-50.
All right. Yeah, it just came up.
You're
So,
frozen.
hmm,
Yeah.
am I frozen? I am. We're having
No,
some
my MacBook.
technical.
I just a million things running.
We're having a little technical difficulties, but you all can hear me. So with that being said, though, I have two events coming up that I am involved in that I would love to have you involved in as well. The first one being Sings and Sips. If you are in the Pensacola area or Gulf Coast area, each first Tuesday of the month, we have an event that we call Scenes and Sips, which is an intimate, exclusive cinematic event that takes place in Cask and Flight's wine tasting room downtown. Shout out to Cask and Flight's wine tasting room downtown Pensacola. It is an event where we showcase local films. We really want to build up our independent film community. Therefore, we have started this event, and it's just a very just great night. Come out, just all over good vibes and chill vibes, and it takes place like I said, first Tuesday of every month, with the next one being on May the 6th. So y'all come on out and enjoy Scenes and Sips. Also, if you are a filmmaker tuning into this podcast and you are still hanging in with us, uh, coming up at the end of next month on May the 31st, as part of Gulf Coast Culture Fest that takes place in downtown Pensacola, is the Film for the Culture Film Fest. It is a film festival. It is the film component of Gulf Coast Culture Fest, and it takes place the night of. However, we are currently taking submissions for the festival. Our regular deadline for the festival is coming up tomorrow, actually, which will be oh, on Saturday. So you have 2 more days to apply, and which that will be April 12th. This will be our regular deadline. Following the regular deadline, we will have our final deadline. So even if you miss Saturday's deadline, you still have an opportunity to submit by May the 2nd, which is our final deadline. Submissions can be taken online through filmfreeway.com, and you can just follow the link at Gulf Coast Short Film Fest and submit your film from there. Thank you, Ibu.
Yes, sir.
All right, and those are again my last two announcements. Uh, we again thank you all for tuning in and just hanging out with us. We've had a great time just talking with you all tonight. Be sure to tune in with us again next Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We love having you all tune in and join with us. We will again be back next Thursday. But until then, tap in with us. Follow us one more time on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, as well as our social media pages. And we will catch you all again next week, where we call all the shots cinematic. And therefore, I am your host, Calvo G. along with,
Yabui. They waiting on who next.
and this has been the Shot Callers Podcast.